Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to episode 8 of Rising to the Top with Ebbsfleet United. In the last episode, I left you off with the match against Tranmere, which was a 2-3 loss. Now, in the next set of highlights, we have a giant undefeated streak coming up. And we're going to start with the first match against Crew Alexandra here. I'm going to try to go into as many highlights here as possible because there's some absolutely wonderful goals to be seen. So let's go back to that because I kind of forgot to untick my image there. There's the first goal. Edwards, 1-0. Now the team started playing phenomenally in this stretch, and the new tactics really started to come through. McVicker finds Edwards. Well, actually, this is showing the full highlights, so let's go to the goal. There's 1-1. Waters equalizes. After Waters' goal, we had a nice interception from Jones, which launched this right here. Pete Gear to Edwards the Smiley, 2-1. Following that, we had our third goal of the match, making it 3-1 for Ebbsfleet United. Gear, McVicker, excellent crossover to Smiley. That was the offside. This was the goal. Sorry, I have to skip forward so bluntly. I don't like the way this game sometimes treats you. So there's the goal. Edwards, Newton, Smiley. Newton, McVicker gets it over to Landers. Landers crosses it in, and Edwards shoots, but Mills puts it into his own net. 3-1. And finally, the highlight for 3-2. It was a penalty right here. See how that came about again. Right here. It's like he was tripped by a ghost. Anyways, that was a penalty. So that made it 3-2 for us, and that was our first win in a row of many. After the Crew match, we beat Oxford 3-1. Hat-trick by Charlie Sheringham. Let's just take a look at those goals. There's no need to look at Connor Wilkinson's goal because Charlie Sheringham was the be-all and end-all for this match. So there's 1-0. Here's 2-0. Again, Sheringham gets on the end of his own rebound. What a goal. That's the very same player that scored over 30 goals for us in conference. He's been with us since day one. And there is his hat trick. First one in a while, and that was the 3 goals that were scored for Ebbsfleet in this match. Then again, 3-1 win, yet again, this time against Port Vale. Charlie Sheringham getting his 4th in 2 matches, and Jamie McVicker scoring from a penalty, Connor Newton rounding it off, and Che Scrivens getting a goal for them in 74th minute, 3-1. After that, a shutout against Gateshead here. Zach Mitchell scoring 1 and Tyler Smiley 2. That made it the region show for this match because a couple of my top prospects managed to get themselves very nice goals there. So, following that, we had an absolutely epic tie against Blackpool here, and we're going to show this off. 3-3. Just unbelievable. There's 1-0. Kynan MacArthur. I have no idea why I keep calling him Connor. Then MacArthur crosses it in. Enzo Zidane on the end of the cross. Well, on the end of the rebound of the cross. 2-0. Here's a nice free kick from Walsh, making it 2-1 for Blackpool. That was in 61st minute. Then here's 2-2, I believe. Yates gets it over to Oriole. Yep, this was 2-2. Yates. Ogden scores 2-2. Lee Ogden. That is 2-2 right there. Here's 3-2 for Ebbsfleet. Sam York. McVicker, 3-2. But then again, Jamie Tank bounced that in. So that's technically his goal. And here's the tying goal in 88th minute. Oriole gets it over to Hemmings, 3-3. After that, another epic recap, and yes, I'm going to show these highlights too. Against Northampton, Johnston's Payne Trophy South quarter final. Nice save there by Liev, but he's no match for the rebound. Pett makes it 1-0 in 24th minute. Here's Rowe. This was 2-0, I believe. No, actually this was the equalizing goal. Yep, this was the equalizing goal scored by Connor Newton. Nice header, making it 1-1 just 6 minutes later. Not even 6 minutes later, actually, 5.5. Stoney gets it over to Rowe. Good defending from my team here. Now we're in the second half currently, and currently the score is tied at 1-1. So here's 2-1 for Ebbsfleet. Tap in by Sheringham, that's 2-1. And of course Charlie's 5th goal of the season. There is Pete Gear with his 5th of his season. That's 3-1. Now here's the blunder. (3-2). It was a nicely picked out cross on their part. This goal right here was, I believe, 4-2. Yep, this was 4-2. Charlie Sheringham scoring a goal. Again, that's his 6th of the season at this point. Nice goal. And here's the last goal of the match, making it 4-3. Interception by Pritchard there. Vitek gets it over to Pet. Pet finds Ogogo, whatever his name is. Abu Ogogo. 90th minute, 4-3. So following that match, we had another win against Eastleigh in League 2. 3-2 was the final score. Goals coming from Jamie Tank, Gareth Summerall, and Jamie McVicker. Now next up, 5-0 win against Blackpool. This was absolutely epic. And it's worthy to note, actually, one thing I neglected to note at the start of this episode, which is when this should have been mentioned. We have had a new stadium built for us. The Daesh Stadium is our new ground. Now, I'm going to go quickly over the stadium there. It's a 8,594 capacity all-seater stadium. It was just built in 2017. And it's a decent new ground for us. And here is the first giant victory of the season on our new ground. Stacey Landers, Jamie Tank, James Badams with 2, and Jamie McVicker rounding off the score sheet. 5-0 in the FA Cup too. That was in the replay. 3-3 draw. Technically, if we drew this match at home, we still would have been through. Against Cheltenham here, 0-0 away. Then 1-1 draw against Carlisle at home. Then FA Cup second round, 3-0 win against Portsmouth. Absolutely incredible. And we'll take a look at the highlights from this match because this was an away victory. Stacey Landers, here's the first goal of the match in the 8th minute. Gear gets the ball over to Landers and he just moseys past the defender. 1-0. Here's 2-0. Nice delivery there by Preston Edwards. Here's Gear. Gets it over to Sheringham, and whom else but Charlie. That's his 8th of the season, making it 2-0 for Ebbsfleet. And here's Sheringham's second goal of the match, making it 3-0. So another big win for us here. And with that, we knock out Portsmouth. Then, of course, one of the last matches I'm going to show in this replay, or in this recap, this is going to be close to 20 minutes long at the end of it, but doesn't matter. 10 goals to see in this one. We scored 8 away from home. Alex Smith with 2, Kynan MacArthur with 2, Charlie Sheringham with his second hat-trick of the season, and Pete Gear with a lone goal. And of course, goals coming from Michael Overson and Stuart Bevan for them, but 8-2 was the final scoreline. After that, we had a 1-1 draw against Chesterfield and a 3-1 win against Yeovil. Both of those coming in League 2, and at this point we were already first in the table. So we weren't quite running away with it, but we were first nonetheless. That leaves us at the end of this episode, and hopefully in the next one I'll be able to get, well, I won't be able to get to the end of the season in the next one unless I just do straight recaps of scores only. But as always, thank you for tuning in yet again, and hopefully we'll see you around for next one. Until then, if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you back for the next one.